Greetings all, Ferrari Man 601 here. Welcome back to F1 2017 and welcome to an actual 2017 race. Today we are at Monza with the Sauber of the illustrious Marcus Ericsson. We're going to see if we can pull a little bit of a miracle here and maybe score some points, get on the podium, or perhaps even fight for a victory with Marcus Ericsson. So, one-shot qualifying awaits us. To the track. I've trimmed the car out maximally for maximum downforce, or minimum downforce rather, maximum top speed. So we'll see if we can make any inroads on qualifying here. A lot of trouble getting the power down. Valtteri Bottas now setting our reference for pole position. Of course, Mercedes horsepower against Ferrari horsepower, definitely going to be down a bit. But can we pull any sort of miracles here? We're going to find out. Kimi Räikkönen now setting our reference time. DRS. Car a little bit skatey there through Ascari, but held on to it. So far it looks like we're on for P14. Can we improve that at all? Bit of oversteer through Parabolica. We're holding P14 at the moment. And to the line, lap time is a 125.309, and that is good for P14. Not bad, but not great. At least we're not right at the back.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three. Räikkönen, Bottas, and Sebastian Vettel. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
All right, so we have a Finn lockout on the front row. Sebastian Vettel there in P3. Lewis Hamilton all the way down in P4. The Mercedes is a little bit off the boil today, not getting pole position and not even making it into P3. So interesting dynamics there. There we are in P14, qualifying harder than Marcus Ericsson ever has really managed to do. We are between Daniel Kvyat and Jolyon Palmer. Daniel Kvyat, of course, the new development driver for Ferrari in 2018. Honestly, what are we doing, Ferrari? Anyway, Jolyon Palmer immediately behind us, so we're going to have to worry about a torpedo in front of us and an absolute lame excuse for a racing driver immediately behind us. Lance Stroll with millions of dollars in P16, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Stoffel the Waffle, and then our teammate Pascal Wehrlein there bringing up the rear. It's all to play for here at Monza. We'll see how it transpires next. Welcome to the grid. Here at Monza, we are in P14 out of 20, so we're punching well above the Sauber's weight already. We're going to go long into the first stint. We're going to make our pit stop on lap 8, I believe, so we should be pitting among the last of the guys to make their pit stop, so maybe we'll be able to make some inroads up ahead. Perhaps we'll even lead the race on pit stop rotation. We'll see how the pace develops, and we'll see how the strategy of everybody else around us develops, but we could be on for points today, and who knows, maybe we're going to be on for a little bit more. To the formation lap. Right, Daniel Kvyat does not want to retake his position, so I'll oblige and just continue. Got a little bit of a high-risk strategy. It really demands that we keep ourselves out of trouble in the first couple of laps and conserve our tires somewhat, as we are going to be going long. Kvyat next to us. in P13 is also on the soft, so we're going to have to watch him because he could be on a similar strategy to us, but it seems like everybody else around us is on the super soft, so expecting them to pit before we do. Palmer behind us is on the super soft, so we do have to think about him maybe attacking us early on. But the weather is good here today at Monza. Not anticipating any rain to be interrupting our session here. Just working the tires a bit, getting some temperature into them. Let's get the car set up for the race start. And to the grid. Our P14 grid slot there. Danifiat takes his place in P13. Stand by for the start. We're off. On a wheel spin. Kvyat definitely getting busy early on. Diving up the inside into turn one. We've got to really watch ourselves through here. We've been hit. It's pushing us off the circuit. That is Hulkenberg pushing us wide. Fighting him for P10 already. And that is P10 off the start. Not bad. Already running in the points. Now all of these runners are on the super softs. Massa being a little racy. It's P9. Can we get Grosjean? Not here. Ferrari power in the Haas, but he's got a 2017 Ferrari engine. We have got a 2016 Ferrari engine. We're down on power a bit. Maybe take advantage of a slight slipstream. Kimi Räikkönen sets fastest lap on lap 1. Still in the slipstream, down start finish straight as we begin lap 2. Really dive bombing here. That's a bit of contact, a bit more contact. Up into P7 though. This is all very good. Very, very good indeed. I'm happy with this so far. Wide, snatch the brake there into the second Lismo. We get away with it. We'll have DRS available on the next lap. Got to get within 1 second of Ocon though. Might be possible. He's got clear air in front of him though. Fuel is plus 1.53. Not really carrying much extra fuel today. Car's just drifting out wider and wider.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Right, DRS enabled for everybody. That is Daniel Ricciardo immediately behind us. He's on the super softs. And let's just try and keep in touch with Ocon as best we can. Again, I don't think we're close enough to try to attack him, but as long as we're in touch with him, we'll have some idea of what everybody else is doing with their pit strategy. Again, people around us are on the super soft, so I am expecting them to stop before us. No DRS availability for us on this lap. Ricciardo behind may well have it. Try to capitalize on any slight amount of slipstream that we get from the Force India ahead of us. Not really close enough to truly benefit from it. It's a little out of shape through Parabolica. We recover it.
We expect to potentially see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Our gap to first place is 10.5 seconds.
Potentially see some rain in about 10 to 15 minutes. Well, that's definitely going to throw a wrench in the works. If it rains, we've really got to try and stay out as long as possible. 10 to 15 minutes. That's going to be putting us right in the window of when we're going to make that pit stop. So that's going to be very interesting. If it does rain, my grand master plan here is going to be a bit foiled, but we're going to have to react to that. What is the best way to react to that? And Ricciardo behind, definitely going to have DRS through here. We're going to have to go defensive. We don't have DRS. We're not close enough to Ocon. Ricciardo has DRS. We're watching him. We're watching him very closely. He tried to sell me a dummy. I just parked it in the middle. See you later. He's still close enough for a big draft down the back straight. Where does he go? Does he go left? Does he go right? We got the Haas behind him coming to play now. Just going real defensive all the time. Does anybody behind us dive into the pits? Not on this lap. There's Ricciardo. Right there. Grosjean now is the car immediately behind. Really struggling to get this car stopped for turn one. We're starting to pull a train behind us now. All aboard the Ericsson train. But it's running in P7 today, not its normal P18. Lap 5 of 13. Where is the rain? If it is going to come, I just want it to make up its mind and dump it down. Grosjean behind's definitely going to have DRS this time around. We go defensive again. I can't see him in the mirror. I know he's getting close.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Yep, reminding me about the fuel consumption. I need the guys behind me to pit to take some of the pressure off. And I could more safely turn the engine down. Grosjean will have DRS again down start finish, undoubtedly. Anybody going to pit? Grosjean pits. Everybody behind pits. Let's run and mix one.
You'll be on the super softs.
Save a little bit of fuel while the sun shines. Perhaps literally. Running in P4 now on the pit stop rotation. Very out of shape. Rear locking. Now, I don't want my eyes deceiving me at this stage, but is it getting a little bit darker Is the sunlight getting a little bit more diffuse? It might be. It might well be. We've got Max Verstappen immediately behind us. We know that he will try anything to get a position. We run a little wide. I think it actually gained us a little bit of an advantage, though. Turning the engine up to fend off Verstappen. Pulling away from him slightly down the straight. When does Verstappen pit? He may well pit right now. And does he? Yes. Verstappen pits.
The car in front is 8.5 seconds.
And we're currently leading the race. Again, this is on a pit stop rotation, so this is not a genuine lead. Fairline's in the pits.
Pascal has come into the pits. Pascal in the pits now.
See if we can do anything to build any semblance of a gap. But P1 in a Sauber, at least momentarily. Oh, is it gonna rain? Is it going to rain? That is the question I have. Weather
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving.
weather report.
They're expecting rain in around 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Got a virtual safety car out now for some reason.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, clear.
Not quite sure what all that was about. There's just a little confusion. Still say rain in 10 to 15 minutes. They said that like 5-7 minutes ago. So am I to assume that the rain's coming in about 5 minutes? I don't know.
Don't forget, pit in this lap.
Climbing into the pits on this lap. I'd like to go one lap longer. We've got a yellow flag here. Car going very slowly. That is Max Verstappen. What happened? Let's go one lap longer.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. The gap to the car behind is 3.5 seconds.
Rain in 10 minutes, they're saying. 10 minutes might not be soon enough. Perez out of the race.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Understood. 5 laps of fuel remaining. We are in heavy fuel safe now. Tire wear 37% there on the left rear. Most significant wear on any corner. Raikkonen is getting close behind. Box this lap, box this lap.
Right, come in at the end of this lap. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
Yeah, we don't want a pit lane speeding penalty. We're going on to the super soft tires. We've confirmed that. Raikkonen is in our mirrors. We'll get out of his way.
Caution.
5-second stop-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. How do you not... How do you then slow down in time? Honestly, what are we doing?
Go. Exit now. We're racing on the exit.
So now I'm going to get a 5-second penalty.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Really? Now... So I could easily fall out of the points now. How much sooner do you have to jump on the brakes? You only bring up the line like a half a second before you go over it. So how far away am I supposed to slow down? The Rascari? Really? Anyway, Magnussen is in P6. I'd like to be able to expand the gap to P8, Ocon, but I don't quite have enough fuel left to do that. Raikkonen sets fastest lap at 125.228.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Magnussen, will we get DRS? Yes, we do. Pull out a move on him into turn 1. We're going to try. He's pushing us wide, literally. That's our position, at least on track. We're not likely to keep it now because we've got a 5-second penalty. Defend against Magnussen through the DRS zone. It's getting us slightly closer.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.6 seconds.
3.6 seconds is the gap to Felipe Massa in P5. Very heavy fuel management now. Magnussen will have DRS again. Figure out where he's going to go and cut him off. Just attempt to cut him off. We make some contact there. Defending very harshly. Keeping behind, at least on track. Fuel delta is plus 0.16. Is it going to rain? If it's going to rain, bucket down right now. Yes, I'm...
Burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Weaving this way and that way, trying to keep Kevin Magnussen behind. Again, at least on track. They should probably tell him that I have a penalty.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
1 lap of fuel remaining and 1 lap of racing remaining for us.
This is your final lap of the race. Some information on Verstappen. It looks like the problem is terminal. They're retiring the car.
Lots of fighting still with Magnussen in P7. We're going to lose P7. We're going to lose P8 as well. Not quite sure where the P9 runner is, but that's likely where we're going to finish. Raikkonen has won the race.
The car in front is 4.1 seconds.
Max Verstappen there passing him.
Okay, clear.
And I think we should be safe from any further attacks. Let's just see how much that penalty hurts us. Checkered flag waves. Here we are. Where do we finish? Looks like P10.
The race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
P10 on penalty. Yeah. Not what I wanted at all. On-track performance was much better than that. Strategy worked. It never rained. That was good. If it did rain, I was going to try to stay out.
To take the victory today. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. And it highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. But credit to the driver as well, though. There's no good having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented hand on the wheel, of course.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium.
And your podium, Kimi Raikkonen, Valtteri Bottas, and Sebastian Vettel. Kimi looks elated.
In the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. Now then, Anthony
Final
Davidson,
results.
who was your driver of the day?
Probably Carlos Sainz. You know, strong pace, good work with the strategy, just a very complete drive, I think.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
They gave me a 10-second penalty. I had a 5-second stop-go, and then they doubled the penalty. Why? Why did they do that? I really have no idea whatsoever. But Kimi Raikkonen wins the race over Valtteri Bottas. Kimi winning from pole position. Bottas maintaining his starting position, as does Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. Everybody else moving around quite a bit, both up and down. Here we are, Marcus Ericsson in P10. We actually beat Kevin Magnussen, so we should really be in P6. However, the FIA reared their ugly heads again. Thank you very much, Charlie. In any regard, we have Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez not finishing the race. They are the only DNFs that we have. Last car running, our teammate Pascal Fairline. So still, even with the penalty, scoring points very much outperforming the relative pace of the Sauber. But it could have been a lot more. It was a lot more out on track. But that is what happens. I really would like an explanation as to exactly where do you have to brake in order not to speed over the pit lane entrance line. I mean, I had the wheels locked up trying to stop. So it wasn't an egregious disregard for the pit lane speed limit, but whatever. That is how the cookie crumbled today. Anyway, hope that was at least mildly entertaining for you. Ferrari Man 601 saying thank you very much for watching, and we will see you soon.